to get to Texas. That's a lie. I'm going to tell you the whole story. Oh, they knew. They just didn't want to let her go. They just didn't want to let us go. So here comes General Gordon Granger, lands in Galveston, and he informs, if you will, by reading General Order Number 3 that now says all slaves are free. General Gordon Granger simply informed. But you know who set our people free? It was the United States colored troops, over 4,000 of them with guns that went from community to community, to plantation to those slave owners that said, you will. They didn't come to inform, they came to enforce. And so guess what, as a church, as we look out in our community today and we see the voter suppression, we see the racial issues that are going on, we see all of these problems, the socioeconomic disparity of dealing with our people. Bishop told us that this kingdom is going to have to be advanced through force. We got weapons of mass destruction too. Those United States colored troops had weapons of mass destruction, but we're not going to be using those guns. Our weapons of mass destruction are, first of all, the model of Jesus Christ himself that stood for the disenfranchised, that stood for the marginalized, that stood for the poor. Bishop, if I'm right, I don't think he only performed one miracle in church. Yeah, the rest of them was outside of these doors. Our other weapons of mass destruction are books and information and knowledge and activism and advocacy. Those were our weapons of mass destruction that we use to advance this kingdom by force. Let me get more specific with you. Push democracy forward. We work through our African American churches out into the African American community to empower and consolidate the black voice. How else y'all gonna think it's gonna happen? How else you think it's gonna happen unless we make it happen? Unless we consolidate our voice where we're able to flex our muscle and make both sides pay attention to us through the church. I tell people all the time, it wasn't Lyndon Baines Johnson that wrote the Voting Rights Act and Civil Rights Act of 64 and 65. It was the voice of black people. And that's what we're trying to do under the leadership of Bishop Dixon, is to offer our resources, to offer our experience, to offer some structure on how to make this work. It's a very simple concept of where each church appoints a church ambassador. That ambassador is responsible for not only 100% of voter registration in your church, but also 100% moving them to the polls, right? We stay in touch with you with our church playbook, where you work with your church all throughout the year. And when that time comes, instead of us having to go scramble everybody up and get them together, Bishop, we are already there. The voices are now consolidated, and we stand up as one voice. And we do as those United States colored troops did, and we force that change. Thank you very much.
Now, how many of us believe that voting is our civic responsibility? I want to say it's a civic, it's also our kingdom responsibility, okay? Because voting affects policy. Come on, say policy. Policy affects people's lives 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Brother Robert, you're going to be, got to roll? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Now, so listen. So when you hear there is a Zoom meeting with Push Democracy Forward, you're going to know what this is about. It's about kingdom and faith-based civic engagement. Are y'all following me? That's extremely important because poverty is a result of policies. Okay? Failing schools is a result of policy. Gentrification is a result of policy. So there are things we've got to do that we can't change unless we impact policy. And if you don't participate, you cannot expect change. Amen? All right. All right. So that's where we're going with that. Now, I want to, where's Deontay Kirkland? I need to see where I am on the schedule so we can figure out how to transition now into our next panels because this is going to be so exciting with, okay. All right. So, okay, I think we're kind of catching back up. I'm so excited that our sponsors are here. How many of y'all have checked out the In Peace booth with the church app? With the church app. I mean, you really need to go check that out. I know many pastors were rushing there on yesterday. Please do yourself a favor and check out that booth for In Peace and get that church app information so that you're not left like me. I was in the dark ages. You know, they had to bring me up to speed, and I'm grasping every bit of knowledge I can so my kid won't keep embarrassing me, you know. It's very, very important. And I can tell you, but that technology will, I mean, just skyrocket your ministry reach potential. And then we're so thankful for the care portal. Be sure, and you're going to hear from them at lunch. We need everybody in the luncheon after this next session. We're going to take a quick 4-minute break, back in our seats at 5 minutes, and we've got a major presentation on advancing the kingdom through media production. And it's going to be powerful. How many of y'all are sick of seeing all of the sin and perversion, everything on TV, on the media? Come on, lift your hand. Some of y'all like that? No, I mean, really. Come on. How many of y'all would be glad to see some inspirational stuff on the stage, on the screen, that your children can watch and you don't feel bad that they watch it? Right? Amen. That's what we're going to talk about in the next 4 minutes. So take a quick 4-minute break, rush right back in, and be in here in 5 minutes for that presentation. We're ready to reset. Thank y'all so much. Quick break.